Why do I keep hitting it? I can't stop hitting it. Makes me smile. As you can tell, I'm on my own today. Christy's a little bit under the weather. I called Kelshaw to see if he wanted to go, and he's like, nope, I'm not feeling good either, so here we go. Why don't you join me today? With that sun as bright as it is, it might seem like it's hot outside, but man, it is chilly. It's like in the low 50s. We're gonna get really cold temperatures next week though. We're gonna get into the 20s in Florida. I need to move. Holy cow, this traffic's terrible. Where are we going? I gotta find a good place to park. Here's a spot. Yeah, it might be a good spot. I think I want to go back to that one spot. Almost looks like a dead end right there, but it's not, is it? You parked right in the crosswalk. This is a different place to park, isn't it? Okay. All right, we've arrived at our destination. This is gonna be a new retention pond that we haven't flown over before. So about 1.5 years ago or so, I did a video showing how you can increase your speed on the return to home flight for your DJI Mini 2 if you're in the sport mode. So if you're in the return to home mode, your drone is automatically set at 23.8 miles an hour. It won't go any faster than that. But if you push up on the right stick like this, you can increase your speed to 28, 29 miles an hour, maybe even a little bit higher if you have a tailwind. Well, a couple of weeks ago, Kelshaw and I did a video playing off of that. We wanted to know what would happen if you were in critically low battery mode and the drone was automatically returning home, if you could still increase your speed in the return to home mode. Even though that video wasn't watched a lot, it still generated a lot of comments. Well, one of those comments came from Nobbygreen. He was saying that with the DJI Mini 3 Pro and the DJI Mini 3, the option to speed up during the return to home flight is no longer an option. So he thinks that it may have been taken away either by some sort of a firmware update or maybe a Fly app update. And that's what we're gonna test today. What the heck? Who's Angie Harmon? I don't need that. Nomadic Fanatic. All right, my volume's working. We're gonna have 3 flights today. We're gonna have Jack, and we're gonna have the 1.4.8 Fly app version. The second flight, we're gonna have Jack with the 1.9.0 Fly app version. And then the third flight, we're gonna have Rose, if I can get her out of the box. We're gonna have Rose with the 1.9.0 Fly app version. We should have all of our bases covered today. This is gonna be more of the control flight because we know that Jack with the 1.4.8 can speed up during the return to home flight. We're waiting on satellites. 0 satellites. 9 satellites. Okay. So now that we've got a moderate GPS signal.
The home point has been updated.
Okay.
Please check it on the map.
Martha's loud today. So we've got 10 satellites. Wait a little bit longer to let him get a few more satellites. Actually, I guess we could probably just get him up in the air and get him acclimated, and then he'll gain more satellites as we go. Man, learn how to talk. What does this warning sign say? No dumping or littering. We're not going to do either of those. Okay. Get your head straight, Kevin. All right, so we got 14 satellites. We got a strong GPS signal. We're going to get Jack started. Actually, let me show you before we get him up in the air. We are in the About tab. We are on the 1.03.000 firmware update and the 1.4.8 Fly app version. All right, let's get Jack up in the air.
Take off. The home point has been updated.
Get him acclimated a little bit. Go back and forth, side to side. Let me get him up about, I don't know, 100 feet or so. But look at this pond. This thing is humongous. Let's go to the left just a little bit. All right, we're gonna go from this mode, we're gonna go over to sport mode here. We're gonna get to about 100 feet up in the air. We're gonna go out maybe 1,000 feet. Look at this area though, isn't it neat? Oh, let's go 150 feet. And that way when we return to home, we don't have to wait for them to raise up. All right, so let's go out about 1,000 feet. We're in sport mode. A couple hundred feet out already. So we'll go about 1,000 feet. We'll give him enough time to be able to, on the return to home flight, get up to his top speed. And then there must be a headwind because he's having trouble even keeping at 30 miles an hour. I'll pop up a UAV forecast picture right now because, in all honesty, it's a bit windy out there. All right, so we're about 1,000 feet out. All right, we'll go 1,100 feet. Let's get him turned around and facing us. Look at how fast he turns. Every time I do that, I can't not believe how fast he goes. All right, so let's hit return to home and watch the speed in the bottom for the forward speed. Once he gets to 23.8 miles an hour, I'm going to push the stick forward, and you'll see him increase in his speed. So we're at 23. All right, so we're at 24. So we're at his high speed right now. So let's push the stick forward, and we are now increasing in speed. We're up to 28 plus miles an hour. You can't do that with you know, on the regular return to home speed or regular return to home. So I let go of the stick and he slows down a little bit. All right, so it works. And there he is.
Landing.
Okay. The second flight is going to be with Jack with the 1.9.0, the most current firmware or fly app update. And we're going to see if we can do the same thing whenever he returns to home. Whoops. Got that video. Hope I'm not controlling Jack right now. All right, so we've got 19 satellites with Jack here. We are again on the 1.03.0000 firmware update, and the app version is going to be 1.9.0. Let's get Jack started up in the air. We were about 150 feet, give or take.
Take off.
We'll let him get acclimated with this new firmware, or with this new fly app. Getting about 30 feet up in the air, we'll pull his gimbal down a little bit. Let's get him a little higher because there's a tree right beside us there. And we were facing this way. So let's go ahead and get into sport mode now so I don't forget. Left and right. Up and down. Forward, backwards. Okay, I think we're acclimated. All right, let's get up to 150 feet. We'll go out 1,000 feet. I think we were at 1,100 feet actually. All right, here we go. Let's see if he has as much problem getting up past 30 miles an hour. Oh, he's flying faster with the... Whoa, he's going a lot faster right now. He's at 33. I think he was having trouble keeping at 29 with the 1.4.8 version. So we're about halfway there. This is really a cool area. Let me turn to the left just a little bit. All right, so we're almost to 1,000 feet. I think we're right at 1,100 feet, so there we go. Let me get him turned back towards us. He's just as fast with this update as he is with the other update. As he was with the 1.4.8. All right. Man, I just have no control for him. All right, let's hit return to home. Once he gets to his top speed, then we'll increase the speed with the right stick. So he's at 10 miles an hour, 11. 23.8 is what we're looking for. So there he is. All right, so he's at his top speed. I'm going to increase the speed right now. Let's see what happens. His speed's still increasing. So what does that tell us? It tells us that the fly app isn't the culprit.
Landing.
All right, buddy. Now we got Rose. We haven't flown Rose in a while. It's been, I can't even remember how to turn her on. Okay, we got her connected. Let me screen record. We're gonna go fly. Let's get her out there. RC not connected. I'm having problems with the phone staying connected to the drone because of the connector. See how the connector is off a little bit? Sometimes it comes disconnected. The phone case is the problem. We haven't flown with Rose in a while, but let's show again what we're on here. So make sure that the safety stuff is all set.
Please check it on the map.
Advanced gimbals or advanced safety settings, set return to home. And then I'll show you the about tab here. So Rose is on the firmware 1.04.0000, and we're going to be on the fly app version 1.9.0. So let's get Rose up in the air. We'll get her acclimated to the location here.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
She won't go back any further. Let me go backwards and forwards a little bit. Make sure that she's acclimated here. Let me go up a little bit. So we're going to go 150 feet up just like the other two tests. I would say that she's probably acclimated now. Let me get over into sport mode again with her, because this is a different controller and everything. So let's get her up in the air about 150 feet, and then we'll get this test going. All right, so this is the tell-all. This is going to tell us whether or not these drones are still able to increase their speed in the return to home function. I don't know why I had a weak GPS signal there. Let's go here. All right, we're halfway out. We wanted to get to 1,000 or 1,100 feet. This is a really cool area to fly. All right, so we're almost to 1,000 feet. She is not going nearly as fast. Let me do something here. She wasn't going nearly as fast. She wasn't going in her to the 30 miles an hour. So let me make sure I'm in sport mode here. And let me go forward a little bit. Make sure that she can get up. Yeah, okay, here we go. All right, so she must have, I must have accidentally had her in normal mode again. All right, we'll spin her all the way around. Now that we know that she's in sport mode for sure, she's just as fast as Jack. And let's hit return to home and let her get up to her top speed, and then we'll increase her speed, hopefully to 28, 29 miles an hour. So she's working her way up. She's at 20 miles an hour, so she is now at her full speed. So let's hit the gas. And we're able to increase the speed in her as well. So she has the most current firmware and the most current fly app update. So it must just be, in all honesty, something that the Mini 3 doesn't have the ability to do. Look at that, another thing that the Mini 2 wins on. All right, let's get her landed. And there she is. Look how fast she come down. I honestly wasn't expecting that result. I was expecting Rose to not be able to increase her speed, but both of our Mini 2s are champions. I guess we just showed another reason why you should stay with the Mini 2 and not increase to the Mini 3. Who needs obstacle avoidance whenever you can increase your speed? Ugh. I hope this works. Well, Nobbygreen, I hope that answered your question. I'm gonna get everything packed up here and head to the house. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great week. God bless. I love it. I love it.